Everybody, welcome back to 18 Outdoors. Today we're doing something different. We're going to be on the Tennessee River, going for some big catfish. If you don't really know, we're in northern Alabama, just above Decatur right here on the river. That's the marina. Got John Hogland here.
How's it going?
He's going to carry me out. He said he guarantees me a 50-pound catfish.
I don't know about that.
Don't know about that?
I don't know about that. I think we can catch some, but I don't know about a 50.
Yeah. So if you don't know anything about the Tennessee River, there's at least 3 kinds of catfish, right? Blues, channels, and flatheads.
Yep.
Flatheads. And what are we shooting for today?
So today it's probably gonna be mainly blues. We got a chance of some flatheads and some small channels, but probably blues.
Look at, he got this nice big rig boat made especially for catfishing. And y'all fish a lot of tournaments now, right?
We do. That's mainly all we do. We hardly ever fun fish anymore.
No fun fishing no more. Tournaments are fun, though, ain't they?
They are most of the time, yeah. We enjoy doing it.
So what kind of strategy we gonna have today?
Well, today with the wind, we're gonna be anchoring on structure. Can't really do anything else with the wind the way it is. So that's the plan. We're just gonna scan, find some structure, and anchor down on it.
Sweet. What are we using for bait?
We're using skipjack for bait today, and I've got some big ones. They're pushing 3 pounds. They're big.
What kind of poles and stuff we using here?
So we got some Big Cat Fever Hellcat rods. They're heavy action. They're made just for catfishing. Ambassador 7,000 reels, 40-pound main line, 80-pound leaders.
Wow. Sweet. This is gonna be fun. All right, I'm fixing to load up and get in the boat and help him get situated, and we hope to show y'all some big old fish in a little while. All right, y'all, we're at spot number 1. And he said not to worry about showing too much, you know, as far as the area, like, because I know, you know how some people are, they're trying to get some spots. But he's putting out the drift sock to kind of keep it straight, because we got a little bit of a high wind. If y'all don't know, today's the day after them tornadoes went through. Yesterday was the 15th or 16th? So today's the 16th, March 16th. So a little rough. Water's not too bad dirtied up yet, but it will be, I'm sure. So. I think we got a big enough net. I hope so. I hope we try to fill that thing up. What kind of line you like using as far as brand?
So this is all a slime line. It's made by Big Cat Fever, same as the rods. So they send us the line. We really like it. We got the high vis green, so when we fish at night, you can really see it.
What size hook is that?
That right there is a 8/0.
8/0 circle hook?
Circle hooks.
So when you don't have to set the hook on it, you just reel down. Just reel down. Okay, sweet. We'll find that out here in a minute. 7-foot rods?
These are, I think they're 7.5. I believe what they are. 7.5.
7.5. Okay, sweet. You gonna put out all 6?
We are. The more baits, the better chance you got.
What I'm talking about. I know it's like I'm lazy, man. I'm filming. He said, you just watch this.
Well, you're reeling in all the fish, so.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to reel something. So, he said he got some 3-pound bait in there. Skipjack. A skipjack, right?
Skipjack.
Yeah. So that's the best bait.
Yeah. Big ones in here.
Golly, that's eating size right now. So that's the preferred bait versus some kind of redfin shad or anything like that?
That's the best bait you can get right there.
Wow. Best bait for big cats, skipjack. So key information right there, folks.
We're probably gonna get 4 or 5 baits out of that.
Pretty good size chunk of lead.
We're using 4 ounce today. Just Carolina rig.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's a cool sliding weight for Carolina rig. So.
Well, that's a no roll. So in the current, it just don't roll on the bottom. It just sits flat.
Okay. So it's got more like surface area for resistance to keep them dragging and stuff.
So I like to cut the belly pocket out, because if you don't, it just opens up and the water catches it and it spins. So I always cut that out. Alright, just going. So we'll put a pretty good bait on this one.
Head now.
Get straight through the bottom and out the top. That's it.
Big old 254 stroke. How long is your boat?
It's 22 foot.
Like he throwed out about 40 foot and gonna let her drift.
Bottom, drag.
Cause them reels got the clicker like they can pull a line without doing anything. You actually got to turn the handle to.
Yep.
I've got a few of them over like 6500s that we stripe fish with and stuff. So
this same thing is just 7,000, just a little bit bigger.
It'd be some cool video if he hooked me in the ear, but it wouldn't be nice for me.
I've had a couple of them go in my arms.
Well,
those big hooks aren't fun.
I've never had a hook had to get out of me. I've been close a few times, but
we usually sit on the spot 20 minutes or so.
really,
They haven't bit in 20 minutes. Most of the time they're not very active, so we'll just run and look for another spot.
so the catfish use their scent trail to pick that stuff up and come to it, or you got to pretty much throw on top of them, you think? Or
No, they'll catch the scent and come up to them. Probably have a bunch of dink bites here too, so those little channel cats.
about how deep of water we fishing right
I
now?
think we're in, I think it's 16.
16, 18 foot? That ain't real deep, but I guess it's.
So it's funny, most of my bigger fish have come in 20 feet or less.
20 feet or less. Wow.
The biggest one I ever caught, I caught him in 4 feet of water.
How big was it?
81.
81 pounds. That's almost as big as a rat. That windsock's doing this job. That's pretty cool.
This hook right here is a hybrid hook. Hybrid hook, so you can crank down on it like a circle hook and hook yourself, or you can set the hook with it. Either way.
That circle hook, if you jerk, you're going to jerk it out of its mouth, right?
Yeah, you don't want to jerk them. If the rod goes down, just get back there and crank down on it until you can't crank anymore, and then you can pick it up out of the rod hole. This is a good bite. He'll, like I said, he'll bow it down with himself most of the time.
Well, that you got it set where it'll pull out before it'll
No.
kick. Oh, so it's set, it's turned now, it's gonna bow up, pull.
Bow it down.
So you have to get on pretty quick then anyway.
Like I said, those circle hooks, you know, if they get it, it's gonna set itself most of the time. And these are pretty big bait, so we might get a lot of half on them. Some of your goals.
All right, y'all. So how long we been sitting here?
Been here 20 minutes.
We've been sitting here 20 minutes, and he said generally.
They haven't bitten in 20 minutes. Most of the time they're not very active, or they're just not down there. So we'll reel in, move, find another spot.
So how big a move we gonna make?
We're just gonna move up to the next bend right here, so 10 minutes.
We're gonna reel in. So let me help you reel them in.
Yeah.
So, start on the outside and go in.
Yeah, it don't matter whichever way you want to do it. Slid back on anchor a little bit.
bait off?
Just hook it on the eye. Put it up in the holder. Yeah, we slid back.
Stick it back in the holder.
Go. We can usually get about 2 or 3 spots on a piece of bait before you change it.
Okay. 2 or 3 spots on a bait now. Save some time.
Well, we want to have change baits a lot. Most time those heads, they'll just reel them in. They'll just be chewed up to the gill plate.
Yeah, pull the sock in.
Yeah, I'll do it after I pull the anchor.
Okay.
Fish.
You just anchor on some stuff you see as structure. You ain't actually looking for fish. You're just trying to
Yeah, because
pull
most of the
something out
time, if they're in the structure, it's going to be hard to see the fish in there.
Coming up on spot number 2. 21 foot deep, 56-degree water. Pretty choppy out. Getting a little bit choppier, I think, now, but like a southwest wind. Almost. I think that's straight out of the west, is it? Well, maybe.
Let the river bend.
Yeah.
And it might be too windy to fish here. We might have to go on around the bend.
Too windy to fish.
We'll see if there's any fish here first.
With deer hunting, I say the windy for the big butts. So we might catch a big old catfish. I don't know. I'm not a fisherman. I like going fishing. So if I had to make a living doing it, I'd starve to death. I'd be eating on that daggum skipjack back there. Alrighty, spot number 2. A little bit, wind's kind of picking up a little bit, but we're in this bend right here. Current's coming this way, so current's going that way. He's got the windsock out to help straighten the boat out. So he said this is the spot. This is it?
This is it.
Guaranteed spot. He won't guarantee. He won't guarantee anything. So he's kind of pretty smart on that. So I'm a believer in that. But he said this is a good chance.
Good chance.
We drove over some tree structure, and looked like it was about a 60-pound catfish around close to it. But I don't know. That's just me guessing. What I know. But it was pretty interesting on the graph anyway.
Current, that one's rolling on the bottom. That middle one's probably hung in something.
In the structure. Oh, easy. Live action there. I didn't know that bastard would backlash.
You fish with me very much, you'll learn it.
Backlash, sure.
Lock turner right here. Got the grips off and lost my bait. eggs.
Now where'd you get skipjack at?
So these come out of the Sipsey River.
Sipsey River skipjack.
Believe it or not. Most people don't know they're in there.
How far was you from the dam?
It's a pretty good ways down from the dam. It's probably 20 miles or more.
There's a lot of fish in that river. People don't really realize that. Big fish. And all that runs into them big rivers. So it's just, I guess they're gonna run up spawn anyway. Smaller stuff.
You know the state record hybrids come from up there. And the world record salt comes from up there.
Off the tip.
Yep. Good old man called it there the biggest steam plant.
Big old, yeah.
69 pounds. And then the hybrid is 25, I believe, comes from the dam up there.
Yeah, it's like 25 pounds.
Turn that around.
I'm gonna lean back in and turn pretty easy. That's like recliners.
Yeah, they move around a lot.
They got recliners in here. This is like old man fishing.
I took the top off. We got a bimini top with a full enclosure that snaps around the sides and the windshield and zips down the back.
Wow.
Put a heater in here.
Yeah,
You don't get cold.
that's pretty neat.
Tell them we were getting soft in our old age. When we first started, we fished out of 14-foot semi-V-bottom boats.
Wow.
And we'd go up to the dam and fish out of that thing. Couldn't even stand up in them.
Not that rough of water now. Water's a little bit dirtier here. But that don't matter a lick, does it? Some people like it better like that. You know, some of the days when you know when the current's running fast, from a flooding situation, whatever, the catfish is more active. It seems like stuff
Sometimes,
gets
yeah,
stirred
more,
up. Stuff gets washed out of the creeks and stuff. They kind of feed on that stuff.
That's what they say. After a rain, mouths of creeks are good places to fish.
Your biggest blue cat was how much?
81.
81.
Yep.
Biggest channel?
It was about 10 pounds.
10 pounds. Don't catch many of them.
Channels don't get real big down here.
Flathead.
69.
69.
Golly. He's a big flathead. Chad caught a 93 in a tournament on Wilson.
93. Blue cat.
Blue.
Yeah. I remember y'all putting pictures of that out. That's big. And what's the record?
120
120.
for Alabama.
That's a big old fish.
143 world record.
143. Wow. Where was that at?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Wow.
The last two world records come from the same lake up there.
Really?
One was 141, one 143.
Wow.
Different fish. A lot of people will hear that and they're like, oh, it's the same fish I caught it again. Wasn't.
Tag them.
Well, the 141, they actually tried to transport it to an aquarium or something and it died on the way up there.
Oh, I think I remember that now, yeah. All right, y'all. Spot number 3. Spot number 2, we had some nibbles. Some baby bites, he called them. So, but we're waiting on that big one. So, we're going to freshen up some baits. Again, this is spot number 3. We're going to freshen up baits. And he kept one bait on there. It was good. Had one hung up on a log. Had to get it out. Got it out without breaking anything. So, how much stuff do you break off?
Anchoring, if you're not breaking, you're not in the right place. So we lose a lot of stuff anchoring.
Yeah. That's about like crop fishing. If you ain't getting hung up, you ain't fishing.
Yep.
So.
All right, I saw a lot of fish in this little area, so we'll see what they are.
We're seeing a lot of fish on the screen.
A lot of fish on the screen.
Hey,
We'll see if they're the right kind.
the last place we seen like some bigger fish, but we didn't see any. We didn't get no big bites. We just got some nibbles. So. How long does them skipjacks stay fresh, man? How long would you keep them before you throw them away?
I would keep them 5 days. About as long as you want to keep one.
The fresher the better.
Fresher the better.
Fresher the better.
These are 2 days old, so they're pretty fresh.
2 days old, so. Poloosh.
So big weight and big bait.
Big weight, big bait. Water getting muddier.
Yeah, it's probably coming out of that creek.
Yeah. Which is kind of a good thing for catfishing. That helps disperse scent more, I would think, wouldn't it?
I don't know about that, but I know they don't mind it.
They don't mind.
That's your big bait right there.
Big fish bait.
That's the big fish bait. I take that bait over any other bait you can give me.
The head bait.
The head bait. For some reason, you always catch the bigger fish on the head.
I hope y'all heard that. They say y'all always catch the bigger fish on the head for some reason.
One thing to watch for, so that scale on the barb of that hook, you always want to get that off, because if you don't, you won't hook up.
Won't hook up.
You wouldn't think that would matter.
So the scale on a hook will cost you a fish. So.
Make sure you get the scales off.
Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to 18 Outdoors. Hey, this is part 2 of our catfishing adventure. On the first part, we kind of had some little bad luck. Part of it wasn't our fault, because just like when you're hunting for big bucks, we're fishing for big catfish. You gotta be where the big catfish is at. And if you know anything about fishing Tennessee River, if you've got a hard west wind, what does that mean?
Rough water.
Rough water. So we couldn't really get to the places that John wanted to get to, so this week we're on a different part of the Tennessee River. We've had a lot of rain lately, so we're up close to Gunnersville Dam. We're going to try it again. and we think we might have better luck this time.
I think we're gonna have a good day.
So, it is a little cool, and this is April 12th.
Well,
April 12th, a little cool. So anyway, part 2 of it, we're gonna get after it hard, and we're gonna try to put something in a boat over 50 pounds. So trying, right? So,
I think we got a good chance today.
there's been reports of some big ones getting caught. So anyway, big bait for big fish. You got fresh skipjack caught yesterday.
Jack.
His prime choice for bait is big skipjack, big pieces of it. So we're fishing, get after it. We're gonna get in this big boat, fight that rough water, and put a big catfish in the boat. We'll keep y'all posted. All right, buddy. Y'all can tell we got line. We're just bumping bottom right here on the end of one of them turbine holes. We've caught somebody so far, and he had one small bite, but pretty cool little tactic. If you're a nervous person about drowning or something, might be a little tough on you. And plus, we're inside the dam to an extent, so extreme catfish. So, but this is where the big ones hang out at.
Hop down with
Yeah. Hey, it's fun right here, y'all. We might be on now, folks. Yeah.
Hop down with it.
Yeah. Hey, this is fun right here, y'all. Come up to the top. That thing come up to the top flop. Y'all see that? Good Lord.
So whenever you can, kind of walk back this way. Try to keep them up in here.
Try to walk them in here. Only thing about that,
You can just stay right there.
I ain't got no light for the camera.
Yeah, you're good. I just
Okay, I can back up like this.
this point, like right here.
He come up to the top back there. I almost thought it was a flathead.
I caught him right here. I think he's gonna be a pretty good fish.
At least 30 pounds.
Might be. You know, that water fools you sometimes.
Right.
Though. Once you get him across the boils, he's just gonna put you right here.
Here he comes. Maybe. Get away from that wall, huh? He's caught now, ain't he?
Probably about 30.
$33 pounds, folks.
Right one under his belly.
Look at here, y'all. 33 pound blue cat. Pretty nice thing done. A little bit heavier.
You want me to do it on your phone?
Still up there, ready. Put on photo.
Alright.
Good.
Good picture.
Put it back, folks. Yeah, that was cool. Hey, we got one.
Now
down there. They are down there. In the turbot that guns them down. Rough water. Extreme catfishing. Fun. Now, is there anything?
I have one. I think it might all be wet. I don't know. There's one.
That's one. You notice that was on the skipjack head. So that's what they call the big fish bait. Skipjack heads. We're gonna put it back in the water and get another one. All right, y'all. They've changed the water flow, so we decided we're gonna move out and do a little bit different tactic out here below the floodgates. Gonna anchor out and try. We're gonna use cut bait this time.
We are.
Gonna go back to cut bait. There was so much bait up under that dam that we put 4 rods out, and when we reeled them up, there's only one had bait on it. Some white bass stuff was knocking them live minnows off faster than we could do anything. So we fixing to try this. So I ain't but a few people out here braving this, so which it ain't that bad really. So I have fished in worse a couple times. One time we had a pretty rough day. This boat's a little bit bigger. All right, y'all. Look at that. He put a big old head on that. Big fish bait. Hey, we kind of got situated anchored out where we're going to do some basically fan casting and letting them sit out. So we'll have 4 or 5 rods out. What I call old man fishing, relaxed fishing. So we're gonna see what hits. So this is pretty much blue cat fishing right here, I'm assuming, right? So,
It is.
unless something got ignorant and just got on it because it wanted to. So basically throwing them out and letting them hit to the bottom. Got them where you can see them. Reel till it clicks, that way they'll pull down hard, you'll see them pulling, and then we'll get up and reel down. I have to, that's one thing that I had to tell myself is don't jerk, because them circle hooks, you do not jerk. Just reel down, start reeling, let them fight. We're gonna see what happens.
Probably come off.
Oh, look at here, folks. Got something? Nope. On live bait.
Maybe it'll be a flathead. Playing with you right now. Wait till he gets right here. We'll probably lay right
It
on
says
the
it's playing with me right now.
bottom. He'll lay him on the bottom.
Hey, that's pulling pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll come right to the boat and then they'll lay there.
Hey.
That drag, is it good? It's good. That's good fish.
There's the code here, folks. Golly.
That's good fish.
This is bigger than 30 pounds, folks. I think. Could be wrong.
Now we are in a lot of current out here, but yeah, that's on that big live shad does about that long.
Yeah, this sucker like a just staying down.
Yeah, he'll hug that bottom until he finally gets tired.
Very cool, folks. Big fish. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I think he'll be bigger than your other one. Water's this and push him up so we might be able to see him. He's going back down.
Get a little closer. Maybe, I don't know. Going up toward the dam now. Well, we can keep him out of the anchor. Oh, we might be doing something.
Coming up.
Pull a drag? No. I almost feel like it's dragging on something, but
nah, it's just big. It's just swimming on the bottom. Like, no kidding, this might be your 50.
pull drag in.
He's strong, isn't he?
Yeah. That's like it. How much pressure should I put on him?
As much as you can. That stuff right there is made to handle him. So the water will kind of push him up and then he'll swim back down to the bottom. That's how you know it's a big fish. When he hugs that bottom. I'm going to try, as soon as I see him, I'm going to try to scoop him up so we don't lose him.
Might be.
Coming.
Yeah, it's coming a little bit. Anything I should be doing?
No, just you're doing exactly what you need to do. Just got to wear him out.
We already had the 33 pounder in by now.
Yeah,
And he's hammering down now. He ain't pulling no drag though. That drag.
Yeah, he's laying on bottom. He ain't really don't have anywhere to go. It's only 15 foot deep right here.
Really? I don't think the camera's even on. Yeah, it's on.
I'm sure I got that one on.
Yeah. We're still fighting, folks.
It'll be like one of these
It's getting heavier.
offshore trips. I want to put you in a chair and strap you
Yeah.
in. Rough water and big fish. You're strong.
This is fun now. It's a strong one. Or I'm a weak one, one or two.
He said nope.
Oh, he might be coming. There he is. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be pushing 60. He's pushing 60 pounds. He's caught now.
He's caught now, folks. Look at that. Good Lord. That's 50 pounds, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
Yes. He says he's gonna be 50. That go now.
In case we get another decent. Is that what it said? 56.
56.
56.3.
No, that gets 58.
89 pounds. 2 fish.
I'll
That
go
was
that big.
33.
I don't think.
Fish, bro.
Hey, we got another fish over here. I'm trying to untangle some rods. That's 30 pounds. Well, I think it's already just stopped. There you go. Out in the water and the fish. Up, up, up. 28 pounder, y'all. No, it might be a 30.
He's better than I thought. I believe that fish is 35 pounds.
35 pounder, y'all. Do one up, straight up and down too, up here. Put him back.
Yeah, you can turn that fish. Good fish.
He's heavy. Work out. I work out. All right. John's gonna put on what he's called his big bait rig. So he's got a double hook set up. 2 hooks. Gonna hook that skipjack down there up the head. He cuts. He don't like the tail for any kind of bait, right?
Not preferably. And it helps it bleed a little bit. We're gonna use that whole skipjack. Looking like normal. Come back here in the back. Go in, out. Just like that right there.
That's ready. Big bait. Fish on. Number 4. The head checker. I don't know about him.
Yeah, he's smaller.
Smaller fish. I done caught a little one, y'all.
I think.
Definitely feeling different than other fish. Here it goes.
I need this net.
All things a baby. Young blue cat.
8 pounds.
8-pound blue cat. So I'll see that 8-pound blue cat. Not a big, hey, catfish. Looks like a big fish, or another bigger one.
That's a big one. This can cross all these lines, didn't it?
So we got one out here a long ways out.
See the weight from it.
Uh-huh.
Not his weight. Crossing everything.
Big time of mess right here.
Yeah, he's crossing everything.
away from the saw, can't we?
I think we're good on everything.
Got another good one on, folks.
Yeah, he'll get right here and he'll lay down.
Hope you can get that scale to working. Golly. He flapped good. I hope y'all seen that on camera. That was a big old tail.
That's another one that's going to be pushing 50. I think he's got his mouth open too. That's why he keeps coming up. He's going to be another 40 anyway.
If he don't,
See how long he is?
yeah, if he's, I hope he ain't rolling his line up.
Oh, he was, but he's not anymore.
He might be bigger than that other one, reckon? Going down now.
Now the fight's on. He's not rolled up anymore.
There he goes. Oh, maybe. No. Got that rod dug into my.
Going under the boat.
Golly. I can't even reel him.
Big as that other one. I think he's bigger than that other one.
He's bigger than that other one. Oh. Hey, that song might be 60 pounds. That's a catfish. That's something else. Look at that thing. Good Lord, on the fish head. Hey, this is awesome.
Got long.
Look at the size. Look how long that thing is. Well, I'll show you here in a minute when I pick that sucker up. How I'm gonna pick him up.
You might have to reach your arm up under him and kind of cradle him.
Oh, okay. Hey, that sucker 65 pounds a day. Might be 70 pounds.
Good pictures.
Huh?
That's good pictures too. Don't put him in there. We'll do
Yeah.
release them two.
Now, it's heavier than the other by 10 pounds anyway. Big. I'm wore out now. Hey, that's been a good dang trip.
That's a good trip.
Woo. We ain't got another live well yet. Somebody just had put that 60, 70 pounder in live well. I got a baby on now. That's a 40 pounder. Double hook rig, y'all. It's hook black.
That thing put that whole stick down. Right there. Skipjack.
5 or 6 pounder eating the double hook skipjack half size is. Leeches all over it. Wow. I'm trying to weigh this sucker, see how big it is. And my battery's getting low. Big. It's been an awesome trip. It's kind of windy and stuff, getting rough now. Water's getting rough. That's been fantastic. £66.7. 66 pounds. That's a Hogland catfish. Woo. I thought it was about 10 or 15 pounds bigger than that. Oh, 56.3. That's 66.
66.7.
66.7.
I mean, look. Just look at it.
That's awesome. Oh, wait. That's been a dang cool trip. That's awesome. Oh, that sucker actually wore me out a pretty good bit. We can get these two big boys up, hold them up, and get a little video of them before we turn them loose just to show how big they are, because it's been a heck of a day. I've reeled in over 200 pounds of catfish, right?
206.
206 pounds with 6 fish. Dang, that's been a heck of a day. 2 hosses. And we're fixing to show them sucker to you. I got to find me some gloves.
The rider left. I only need one.
Huh?
Or if you want both.
I got some more.
Yeah, I got some more in that glove box too, I think.
They will back you. Whoa, that's a hat. Need that. they are two big catfish. Well, he says pretty big. Well, the one he says is big. Over 65 pounds of big in that.
66.7.
So 66.7 pounds. That's definitely the biggest catfish. Both of them is the biggest catfish I ever caught. Matter of fact, all the ones over 33 biggest blue cats I've ever caught.
That's the big one. You grab him, I'll grab this one.
Look at these things. Crazy. I'm hoping the video can even show it. So. Look at this, y'all. Two big catfish. I hope y'all can see this. Look at that. That's something. 67 pounds basically. 56 pounds. Hosses, we're gonna get them back into the water. It's been a great day. This circle's heavy. Look at this thing, y'all. Golly.
You got it. There you go.
Woo! Heck of a day.
Good fish.
That's awesome. Good fish, he says. I call them big. If it was 10 pound heavier, I don't know if I could pick it up. I guess I could, but it'd be rough.
But one of them spit up in there.
That thing been eating something.
Something big.
Wow. All right, buddy. Got John Hogland here, and today is part 2, or the second day of our fishing trip that we went trying to catch big old catfish, kind of get them on video. The first time we went was very rough because of the wind. We couldn't get what we wanted to do. So what I want John to explain is what we're doing. We've basically done 2 types of catfish, 2 different styles. The first style was on downriver, fishing like creek run-ins and big flats and some sloughs and stuff.
Structure, basically.
Structure fishing. So kind of explain what your process is for that, what tactics you're using, bait and such.
So bait wise, pretty much same exact things. We use more live bait up here today. They seem to favor the live bait. But basically the same bait. Skipjack is my #1 bait. Anchor fishing down there, I mean, we just pretty much just find structure. As long as you have current, find structure, anchor up on it, give it 20 minutes or so, and then move to the next spot.
Sweet.
Up here, they've got a lot of the a lot of the floodgates open, turbines running. Pretty rough water, but it's putting all that bait through there, so the fish are stacked up in there feeding. So basically, you just get out there somewhere and, you know, hope they're there.
And we found some today.
And they were there today.
So, all right, so that's the tactic. And again, skipjack, I'm telling you, the skipjack head caught the biggest fish.
Skipjack heads.
Well, caught the 156 pounder was on a live bait, and the other 2 30s.
One of the others was on live bait,
and one was on the head too. So
all the rest of them were on heads, I believe.
It's that head of a skipjack is something that, you know, like again, John says that's his go-to bait. But the live bait done pretty good today too. So that's the live bait being the thread fin shad, not the
gizzard shad.
Or gizzard shad, not the thread fin. Thread fins get a lot of other bites on them, get knocked off pretty easy. Harder to keep alive in your bait well. So gizzard shad. So think about that as far as your live bait on some catfishing, and skipjack herring heads is the main thing. They don't use tails for anything. The stomach guts, you just throw it out.
We used to use the guts out of them, and we caught a lot of fish on them, but now I just tend to cut them in chunks and get rid of the stomach part. Just use the main chunks.
If it was me, I would just cut heads off about 20 of them, have them heads ready. That's just me thinking. So, all right, what kind of line? And got cat fever rods, the 7.5 foot or 8 foot rods?
7.5 foot big cat fever rods, 40-pound main line down to an 80-pound leader line. 10/0 hooks, basically a Carolina rig with slip sinker slides on there. Pretty simple setup, and then you just throw them out and put them in the rod holders.
Now you said 40-pound main line with 80-pound leader?
40-pound main line, 80-pound leader.
And then the weights on a...
And then sinker slide on the 40-pound line, the main line, above your swivel. Basically a Carolina rig.
Carolina rig. So worked fantastic, man. I was putting the pressure on them, you know, what I could, and everything worked great, held up good. And you know, the line, one of the big old catfish got wrapped up one time. I noticed out in the water, so I was kind of worried about that a little bit. But the line held that great, so it was no issues with that. Did not have any. We did not lose a fish as far as fighting them losing. So everything stayed on. So the circle hook's fantastic way to go. Again, the way the big fish hit, they hit and pulled down. All I did was just crank down and then get them to fighting, and then basically trying to wear them out and keep pressure on them. You know, they swim toward the boat, you know, keep the slack out. So, but it was fun. And I'm sore a little bit. I probably got bruises all over me from that daggone rod handle, but hey, it was worth it. If you ain't bruised up, you ain't slimed up,
wasn't a good day.
It wasn't a good day. So hey, put 6 big ones in the boat. So had a good day. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate John.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So what's the name of y'all's little fishing team?
Angler Management.
Angler Management. You know, they fish a lot of catfish tournaments here in the South. So if y'all do any of that or interested in any of that, kind of look them up online, and then they'll have some in Decatur at Ingles Harbor and stuff.
Yes, sir, we do.
So y'all can look that up and actually go to some of them weigh-ins and stuff. There's some pretty big tournaments now with catfishing, so it's a pretty popular sport. So, and they can only keep 1 big one per person and just 1 little one, period. Three fish limit?
3 fish limits in most tournaments.
Wow.
2 overs and 1 under 34 inches.
So 1 under 34. So we actually had the state law limit of big ones. You can only keep 1 big one over 34 per person, right? And
like I told you, the 2 that you had would win most tournaments.
Wow, that makes me feel good. Hey, I had a good day. That's cool. So hopefully the sun was kind of a little bit odd on the video, but we didn't have much choice about it. We were fishing, trying to get them, and hey, y'all seen the fish, proofs in the pudding. Whopper fish, had a great day on the Tennessee River. We're fixing to try to get loaded up, and we'll see y'all. Thank y'all. Hey everybody, thank y'all for watching the videos. Well, again, we appreciate y'all's support. If you haven't liked, please like and subscribe. And you don't care if you haven't got one of our books, check out Amazon and get a book. Also, we got a link on there where you can, on our YouTube channel, where you can go on. We got a little store set up, like if you're interested in any kind of merchandise, shirts and stuff, you can check that out. And we really appreciate anything like that. So again, we appreciate y'all's support. You know, keep watching. We're gonna keep trying to share the outdoors and how we do some things, and try to help everybody that we can enjoy the outdoors. And you know, we do this for just basically because of the environment and the community that's involved and built around hunting. So again, we appreciate y'all. Like, share, and we'll see y'all again.